Today I'd like to talk to the class about how I came to be where I am now, about how being on the same island as a Category 4 hurricane, and later playing baseball and taking up the extreme sport of skateboarding, and finally joining the United States Coast Guard. Here are things you may or may not know about Hurricane Nikki according to HawaiianHurricanes.com. In September 11th, 1993, Hurricane Nikki touched down the island of Kauai. A Category 4 on the Saffir-Simpson hurricane scale, it was the first hurricane to hit the island since Hurricane Iwa in 1982. Hurricane Nikki struck just weeks after Hurricane Andrew, the most costliest hurricane ever at the time. Hurricane Nikki caused around $1.8 billion in damages and caused 6 deaths. Hurricane Nikki destroyed over 1,400 houses and severely damaged 5,000 of them. The Central Pacific Hurricane Center failed to issue a tropical cyclone warnings and watches for the hurricane for more than 24 hours in advance. Now we have some facts about the hurricane my family and I survived. Let's fast forward to the later years post-Hurricane Nikki. I moved to Brookings in July 1998. Along with the jet lag, you need to quickly acclimate to the difference in weather and temperature between Hawaii and Oregon. According to HawaiiGaga.com, the average temperature in Hawaii is around 78 degrees. The average temperature in Brookings, Oregon, only around 68 degrees. According to MovingToPortland.com, average rainfall for the Oregon State is around 40 inches. That includes rain, snow, and hail. 55% of the rain comes in 4 months: November, December, January, and February. Another 32% of the rain comes in March, April, May, and October. In the other 4 months, the rain comes in June, July, August, and September. Now that we have an understanding about how Oregon is much different than Hawaii, let's move on to my early love, baseball. How baseball became my first love and how skateboarding became my second, and hating the stereotypes that came along with skateboarding. I started practicing baseball around August 1990 when I was about 4 years old. I would play catch with my father from sunup to sundown, and I later started playing t-ball for the Kauaian Blue Jays around 1993. I continued playing baseball up to my freshman year around 2002. My favorite team was the St. Louis Cardinals, but quickly switched after Mark McGwire was convicted of using steroids. My favorite team to date is the San Francisco Giants. I put baseball on the back burner and started skateboarding around the same year I started, 2002. I started wanting to skateboard after I watched my first my skateboard video and decided I had to get into it. I grew my hair long and wore baggy pants and had my very first encounter with the police, being accused of using alcohol underage and using marijuana on school grounds. I was pulled aside after class and counseled on the drug and alcohol use. Later I was sent to the guidance counselor and I was told that my drug and alcohol problem will probably have a huge effect on my wanting to go to college. Now that you know my early years, let's catch up to where I am in life now. How I decided to join the United States Coast Guard. I ended up not turning my college papers on time. My brother-in-law was in the Coast Guard, so I started asking questions, like where do I go to enlist? What do I ask the recruiter? I enlisted in the United States Coast Guard a year later. I went to boot camp in Cape May, New Jersey. Later, I was stationed in Twilight Capital of the World, Forks, Washington. And I went to school in Virginia to become a boatswain's mate, driving boats. And then I got orders to Astoria, Oregon. Now you know the majority of key events that happened in my life. I will quickly remind you of what they are. I give you some facts about Hurricane Nikki. I have also told you about me playing baseball and how quickly it got put on the back burner for skateboarding. Along with skateboarding, I mentioned a few typical stereotypes along with the decision to start to skateboard. I'm now serving U.S. Coast Guard stationed in Astoria, Oregon. I am currently pursuing my associates for web design, and I still skateboard, but just with a lot shorter hair, but more concerned about breaking bones.